Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Episode number 371, Drink It Till You podcast, the only podcast that lasts until the last drop. How the hell is your Sunday going? How the hell was your week? Hope everybody's okay. I hope you're safe out there. Dude, I saw the funniest thing on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I can't get into X. I mean, what are you supposed to call it when you make a post anymore? It's not Xing. That sounds so stupid. I still call it Twitter. I still call them tweets. But I saw the funniest thing, dude. It was like an encounter with someone who ordered DoorDash. They posted the conversation on Twitter, and basically the DoorDasher reached out to the customer who they're bringing food to, and they're like, "Hey, I can't get in the gate." And the customer's like, opens the gate, and they send him a text back. They're like, "Okay, the gate's open." And then the DoorDasher is like, "Okay, come get it. I'm out here in a red Toyota." And the customer's like, "It's apartment number 116. And the DoorDasher's like, "Okay, cool, come get it." And that's all you saw of the conversation. And it's like, people were actually in the comments defending the DoorDasher. Some people, not everybody. But there were actually people in the comments defending the DoorDasher for doing that. It's like, wait a minute. I'm paying for a service for you to bring it to my door and leave it on the dirty ground. I'm not coming out to get it. I could be taking a shit. I could be taking a shower. You don't know what I'm doing inside my house. The service is so you bring the thing all the way to my door. Like somebody said in the comments, they're like, it's DoorDash, not come get it dash, not meet you on the street dash. It's DoorDash. And they're absolutely right. I couldn't believe that people were actually defending the DoorDash person. Dude, if you did that to me, I would cancel the order, leave you a shitty review, and just not tip you anything. That's bullshit. You can't do that to people. That's not what the service is. That's the laziest fucking... If you're working DoorDash, you can't be lazy like that. That's just too damn far. And if you can't get out of the car, if you have some sort of disability to get out of the car to deliver the food, you can't be a DoorDasher. That's not how it works. I'm not walking my ass out to the... I understand if they need to contact you, that's okay. They need to contact you to get, like in this situation, to open the gate or find the apartment, help you find the apartment, whatever. But to sit there and tell the person to come get it, I'm in a red Toyota, it's like, no, dude. You're getting a shitty review. I don't care. I don't need the treat that bad or the food that bad. I'll remake another order. And guess what? DoorDash is going to pay me back for the money I spent on this order. Maybe that was their way of protesting the tip, but still, I mean, you can't do it. You can't do that. If you have, from what people are saying, it's like you can either accept the job, the little tip they're going to give you, and accept the job, or not. You don't have to accept it. They're not going to make you take the job. So it's like, if you're going to protest the tip, it's like you shouldn't have even taken it in the first place. You know what I mean? I just couldn't believe some people were actually defending the DoorDash person. It's like, that's not how it works. I've never received service like that. I've never met somebody outside so they can no, dude, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. But yeah, some of the people in the comments were actually defending the DoorDasher, but and I actually did DoorDash. Oh my God. Oh man, yesterday I definitely had a cheat day. And for the first time, I tried that place. It's not Cinnabon. What's it called? Cinnaholic. It's called Cinnaholic. They just do cinnamon rolls, all different kinds of ways. I mean, you can do a birthday cake cinnamon roll. I did... it was a cookie dough. God, I can't believe I'm saying this on recording. I did a cookie dough / cream cheese icing cinnamon roll. Oh my God. Dude, it was so fucking good. I'm trying to resist ordering another one today. I just always wonder what the person thinks that's dropping it off. You know what I mean? They're calling me a fat ass in their head or something. Jesus, fat ass, get off your fat ass and go get your own damn cinnamon roll. I mean, I guess if I'm tipping them, then they wouldn't be too upset. They wouldn't have taking it in the first place. But I always like, and that's part of it too, isn't it? Part of it is having privacy. I don't want them to see my face that I just ordered this fucking horrible for you treat. And I just found this out too. I can't be that horrible for you. I just found this out too. Actually, I keep wanting to say Cinnabon. It's not Cinnabon. Cinnaholic is actually 100% vegan. Like, they don't use eggs. They don't use milk in any of their stuff. They don't use butter. None of that. Which I think is kind of a cool thing that they don't advertise that. Like, that was something I just kind of learned randomly. They don't advertise as a vegan bakery or whatever, but it's pretty cool that they just mass produce like all these delicious treats, all these delicious cinnamon rolls. And they don't have to use any of those. I mean, I didn't notice a difference when I ate that shit yesterday. And believe me, I ate the whole fucking thing. I didn't notice a difference. It tasted just like any other baked treat I've ever had. The cookie dough tasted the same. I can't believe I just admitted to that. But yeah, isn't that part of it? Like, we're kind of in a way paying for our privacy, you know, for the DoorDasher to not see who's getting all this fucking, you know, meal for four, and then it's one person to answer the door. I don't want you judging me. You're probably judging me already just based off my order, you know. I'll take two 13 cookie totes from McDonald's. It's like, I'm not answering the door for that. I'm not showing my face to show who ordered this. I want you to drop my cookies, send me the picture like you're supposed to, and drive, mind your business after that. You know what I mean? I'm not showing my face. I will peep out the fucking front blinds to be sure you're gone before I reach my fat little arm out the door. To grab all my cookies, dude. You don't need to know who ordered it. You got my first name already. I had to give that to make the order. You got my address. You don't need to see my face. I'm embarrassed. Dude, how awful would it be if I order another fucking Cinnaholic, like I order the same thing and it's the same fucking delivery person as before? Oh, Jesus, I'm definitely not answering the door. Oh, shit, I'm fucking crying. Oh, Jesus Christ, I realized I hadn't even taken my first drink. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. This is to my Dasher. Hopefully I don't get the same one today. You know I'm going to order another one. I have to. It was so delicious. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's part of it. Paying for the privacy. I want my privacy. You can tell them to ring the doorbell and wait for you to come get it. That is an option. But for the most part, I would have to assume most people are just like, yeah, just drop the shit and leave. I don't want you seeing my face. Oh, God, I just couldn't believe the balls of that person's like, okay, I'm in a red Toyota, come get it. Bitch, I am not walking down these apartment stairs to come get you're supposed to bring it to my door. No, thank you. Dude, I would have been so fucking mad, I would have canceled that order right then, right there. You drove over here for nothing. I'm glad you wasted your gas, fucking asshole. Oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't believe people were defending him. It's unbelievable. Anyways. Oh, Jesus. Moving on. Austin next weekend, dude. This weather, by the way, excuse me. This weather, by the way, is just like such grab your friends, go sit on a patio in the shade while you eat brisket nachos, watch sports, and drink beer weather. Like, that's the kind of weather it is right now. It's so freaking nice outside. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. As always, don't drink and drive. Get an Uber, get a Lyft. Be safe about it. And that's the whole point, isn't it? That's why I always say that every single episode is you can still have fun and do all the fucking shitty things you want to do. Go to the bar. Get fucking drunk. Just don't drive after. You know what I mean? Like, we can still have fun without having to drive our cars. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm loving this weather, dude. It's so nice. And I make this New Year's resolution to myself every single year. to like go to more shows, like last year I went to 10 to 13 shows, somewhere in there, which was by far in the past 5 years, last year was like a top-notch year for me. It was like the gold standard for me in the past 5 years, going to that many freaking shows, and I had a blast doing it. So this year, excuse me, the first show that I have an opportunity to go to is next weekend in Austin, Texas, which is about a 3.5 hour drive, probably 4 hour drive with traffic, from Dallas. The festival, what's the festival called? Oh, Not So Fun Weekend 2025. Tickets, they're about, after all the bullshit fees and shit they're going to add to your order, it's probably about $110 to $120 just for the ticket alone. But it's like an all-day event, So our plan is I have the group chat going with all the homies, and we're trying to get everybody together to go down to Austin to see the festival. Like, I could go by myself, but it's just not, it won't be as fun. That's for damn sure. Like, I want to go with my friends in a group and go watch the show and go goof off for hours, But there's a ton of bands playing. I'll read off the bands to you here real quick. And a couple of these bands are definitely on my bucket list, bands I haven't seen before live that I would love to. But it's Trapped Under Ice from Baltimore, God's Hate from 818, I'm not sure what area code that is, No Pressure from California, Suburban Scum from New Jersey, Demise from New York City, Regional Justice Center from Seattle, Big Boy, RBS, Spy from the Bay Area, Haywire from Boston, Firewalker from Boston, Queensway from Baltimore, Odd Man Out from the Pacific Northwest, Extinguish from North California, Cosmic Joke from Los Angeles, Holy Blade from Los Angeles, Texas's own Tribal Gaze, Paradise from Austin, Bad Ones from Oxnard/Austin. So there's the list. But the three I want to see is Trapped Under Ice. I think they're the headliner. I want to see Spy, who I've heard a few songs from. I haven't listened to like an album all the way through, but I liked what I heard. It's very raw. And then No Pressure. No Pressure is the lead vocalist from The Story So Far. It's his other band. And I've listened to a few tracks from it. I like them. I want to see them live. I'd love to be able to say I saw them live. And any other band that I've never seen live or I'm not like excited to see totally has the opportunity to sway me to become a fan that night. So, yeah, that's next weekend in Austin. I want to go. I want the friends to go. The only thing I'm not looking forward to, honestly, like if it's outdoor, if it's an outdoor festival, which I assume it probably 99.99% is an outdoor festival, which sucks, is then you got to get all sweaty. If you're drinking too, you're going to get tired. It's an all-day thing, like your chances of missing a band go way up once you start drinking out in the heat, So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We're kind of getting everybody's input, seeing who's down to go, who's not going to go. We're going to get a hotel room. It's really going to just be a quick, like, weekend thing. Coming back on Sunday. It's gonna be a little exhausting, especially like, how many bands is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 bands. That's not a quick thing, Like, I thought standing around for 3 hours to watch H2O and Trapped Under Ice, I thought that, not Trapped Under Ice, to watch H2O and all those other, it was like 4 bands that night when me and Sid went down there to Austin. It was like 4 bands that night, and we stood in the same spot so we wouldn't lose our spot. We had such a great spot. It was like a floor level where the pit was, then one balcony, then the second balcony. We were on the first balcony, so we had like the best view of the show. And once we were there early, so we got our spot, and we literally, like, to go get beer or whatever, we'd send one person down there to get beer, and then they would bring it back, and then the next person would go down and get beer. That way we're keeping the spot the whole time, But that was like, we were just standing there. I didn't load a single piece of gear. I didn't mosh. I stood there the whole time for like 3.5 hours. And dude, it took me like 2 days to recover. It was crazy. Like just standing there. So I know going to this not so fun weekend, yeah, dude, it's gonna put me I'm gonna be exhausted Monday. I'm gonna be exhausted Tuesday. I'm sure I'll be exhausted a little ways into Wednesday. Like, it's going to be a beating, but a beating well worth it if we decide to go. It's still kind of up in the air, like I said. But we'll see. So that's going to be show number 1 for me for 2025. Wait, did I see some? I feel like I saw somebody else. No. The last one I saw was... Wait, did I see Newfound Glory already this year? Okay, this might be my second show of the year, which, hey, look at me go. I'm on pace. I'm on a good pace. It's almost a show a month. Which would put me... I mean, I'd really need to go to like 2 for like the first half of the year, 2 shows every month for the first half of the year, and then 1 for every month after. Then that would put me on pace to meet my quota. But festivals should count as more. Like seeing all these bands, yeah, dude, I would be pretty happy about that. But we'll see. Like I said, I can go by myself. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to make that kind of commitment by myself. Like, what am I going to sing in the car by myself the whole time on the way down there? It's like, I can. That would be cool, but I want to be with my friends, you know? So we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and have another drink. I got a frog in my throat for some reason. Cheers, everybody. All right, moving on. NASCAR going on today. As you know, my guy is Christopher Bell. He won last week's race, which I actually got to see, which was super exciting. I'm kind of a little upset I'm missing the race right now. Dude, I saw the weirdest turn in this race. I thought NASCAR was just literally an oval track, like no matter where they drove. I thought it was always just oval, like the Daytona 500, you know what I mean? Like, this track has like a weird, all the cars have to slow down and go around a turn and then speed back up for the straightaway. It's very interesting. I think there's already been a wreck in this one so far. So we'll see where Christopher Bell is. We'll see where my second favorite driver, Blaney, is. Hopefully he hasn't got wrecked. Dude, Blaney just has had the worst luck the start of this season, dude. He's just minding his own damn business, and he's still doing good. He's like high in the standings currently. Just imagine if he didn't get wrecked. I think he's been wrecked in both races so far. Or maybe that was a qualifier for the Daytona 500. I can't remember exactly. But anyways, currently at lap 50 out of 95, you have Busch, you have Almeidinger, you have Van Gisbergen. Oh, Christopher Bell, that's what I'm talking about. 4th place currently. Where's what's his name? The dude that wrecked him in that first race in the Daytona 500. Custer. Where's Custer? McDowell, 5th place. Byron, 6th place. Briscoe, 6th place. Briscoe, 7th. Chastain, 8th. Reddick, another Toyota driver, same as Christopher Bell. 9th place. 10th place, Hocevar. Oh, the enemy. He's becoming the enemy of NASCAR drivers. People are kind of mad at him after last race. I don't like him, honestly, Hocevar, as a driver, but I respect what he said last week, because he pissed a lot of people off with how he wrecked like Blaney and a few other cars out, which Blaney still finished the race. But I like what Hocevar said. He was like, I'm not here to make friends, pretty much. You know what I mean? I think more people should have that mentality, just like going to your everyday job. I'm not saying to not be friendly. I'm not saying to not be cordial, be professional, be friendly, be cordial, but I'm not here to be if you don't like me, I don't give a shit. I'm here to, in this case, win races. I'm not here to be your friend and be buddy-buddy with you, you know what I mean? I kind of really respected him a lot more after hearing his interview, even though I know he's rubbing people the wrong way. 11th place, Boucher. 12th place, Keselowski. What the fuck is Blaney? 13th, Logano. 14th, Haley. 15th, Gregson. 16th, Dillon. 17th, Preece, 18th Gibbs, 19th Berry, 20th Blaney. There's Blaney. Dude, Cindric is down, 22nd place. Herbst, my teammate, Toyota driver, down in 28th. Stenhouse down in 30th. Larson, 37th place. Just keep that fucking asshole Custer away from Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell kind of jumping up there. He just dropped down to 5th place, but that's okay. He's doing his thing. I like his strategy, dude. He kind of hangs back, you know. He hangs back and waits to see what's going to happen, and you know, he's in a position to where he's not too far back, but he's also not too far. I mean, at this point, he's 4th or 5th place. He's pretty high up there, but usually those front cars, they seem to wreck. You know, they're all jockeying for position. They're bumping each other. They're trying to get to the front. That's where all the wrecks happen. So if you hang out kind of mid-pack, you let all that bullshit pass you by, you get a lane through to the front. You know what I mean? That's exactly what happened last week. So yeah, let's go Christopher Bell. He does need to be a little bit higher like he is right now currently, so he can collect more points for the standings, so he can start higher and higher. What do they call that? They call him the, it's not a leg. How do they say it? What's the term? The first leg, the first stage. I guess there's stages. There's like 3 stages to a race, but the higher you are at the ending of each stage, the more points you get, and the better you are in the standings. So he does kind of need to be up. Like last race, dude, he was down in 20th place like 2/3 of the race. You know what I mean? So he's not collecting a lot of points. Luckily, he won the race, so he did collect some points there, but it wasn't, I mean, you look at someone like Blaney, who's like top 5 almost always. Yeah, I mean, he's just scoring points after each stage of the race. You know, they always have him pull off, go to pit row, or, you know, whatever. And Blaney's just accumulating points by being higher up. So hopefully that we're seeing that today from Bell. He needs to accumulate some more points. Even with the one race last week, he's still a little bit down in the standings. I mean, it's been a rough start, I feel like, for a lot of top drivers. You've had some kind of stupid moves happening, people wrecking other people. Blaney, luckily, dude, he's just such a damn good driver that he's even getting wrecked out. Like, he was in, like, I don't remember specifically. He was like in 6th or 7th or 8th place when he got wrecked last week. Luckily, he gained control of the car and like came back into the race. I mean, he was probably down 12th to 15th, and he came all the way back to end the race in like 6th or 7th place, which is still, once again, scoring him more points in the I mean, he's just a badass driver. He's fucking awesome. If I didn't pick Christopher Bell first, and I didn't like Christopher Bell so much, I think I would definitely side with my friend at work who actually got me into NASCAR. And Blaney being my favorite driver. But yeah, Blaney's my second favorite, even though it's my guy's on Toyota, Blaney is on the Ford team. But I do, you know, I like some guys on the Chevy team. I like some guys on the Ford team. I like Reddick on the Toyota team. He won that first, no, he didn't win. He got 2nd place for that first Daytona 500, which still, I mean, he came through at the end, so Reddick still didn't get a lot of points, like I'm pointing out. So yeah, let's go Bell. Hopefully he can win this one today. I need to get in there and see. This track is so weird looking. It's interesting how they all have to slow down. I mean, the last 2 races, I mean, it was just all gas the whole way around the whole race. So it's interesting to have to see them slow down and then speed back up again. So it adds a different element to the race. So let's go, Bell. I'll take a drink to you. Cheers, everybody. All right, moving on to the NHL. Dude, I was watching the Winnipeg game last night. It was Winnipeg versus the Flyers. And one of the best saves I've ever seen in my life was not even by a goaltender. It's like the Winnipeg player had the goal. I mean, had Philadelphia dead to rights. He's like there with an open net. The goalie was out of position, but luckily the Flyers had like a D-man standing right behind the goalie, and the D-man stuck out a glove. D-man literally made a glove save on the goal line to save the game for Philadelphia. It ended up going to overtime. They played 3-on-3 overtime. No goals out of that, which, dude, Winnipeg going to 3v3 overtime. Winnipeg is scary. Not only do they have the talent to put the puck in, but they just hog the puck the entire time. The puck possession for them is like they're taking shots and regaining the puck and not letting your guys get off the ice for a change. It's like super, like, it's hard. They're a really hard team to play in overtime, which I love overtime. I love the 3v3. I love the 3v3 more than the shootout. I wish they would just do that. Rather, I want them to get rid of the shootout. It was okay when it first came out. It was kind of cool. It was unique. But it's just not as exciting as it was before. You know what I mean? When it was new, it was more exciting. That's kind of worn off in my opinion. The 3v3 though, dude, that is heart-pounding action. End-to-end action. If you get both teams possessing the puck within that 3v3 overtime, dude, it's just end-to-end action. Shot after out of position after amazing save to go down to taking the... Dude, it's just fun. I just wish they would stick to that 5 minutes at a time. 3v3 overtime. Or how cool would it be? That would be interesting. It might lose its luster, like I'm saying, with the shootout. What if they started 3v3, nobody scores for 5 minutes, then they go to 2v2, then they go to 1v1, and then shootout? How about that? I don't know. That seems kind of silly. But the 3v3 is exciting. I love to see that. But yeah, the Winnipeg Jets, they lose last night in the shootout. There was only one goal scored by Philadelphia Flyer players, so it was a great move to the backhand. But yeah, Winnipeg hasn't lost very many times, and they still got a point out of it. And I was thinking too that Winnipeg was at least going to cool off at some point this season, dude. I can't think of a time that they've actually cooled off this season. Like, they've been hot all freaking season, and they look like they have the energy to go through the playoffs. So they're going to be a scary team to deal with. My sleeper team, I just kind of picked them up after they played us. They beat us like the Dallas Stars. They beat us like 6-3, I think, the other night. Columbus, the Blue Jackets they look freaking hungry, dude. They look like they don't want to miss the playoffs, and the way they're playing, the way they played us was a little bit scary, in my opinion. Not to say we would have to deal with them in the playoffs unless we made it to the final and they made it to the final, but they look like a scary team, dude. They're doing the right things currently. They haven't had the greatest season to this point. But they're turning it on at the right time. The last time I looked, they were only like 5 points out of a playoff spot, something like that. But yeah, they're turning it on at the right time. They're doing the right things. They're getting in the passing lanes. They're on the other team, dude. Like, if they don't have the puck, the other team has almost zero time, zero space to do anything with the puck. They're making the other team make mistakes. They're looking good, dude. I'm not the biggest Columbus Blue Jackets fan, but I like good hockey, and they're playing good hockey right now. They just beat Detroit. They played back-to-back. They played the Stars. They beat us. They played Detroit. They beat them pretty well. I think that score was like 6-2 or 5-2 or something like that. I don't think in the last 3 games Columbus has lost, which is, like I said, it's a great time to be streaking right before the playoffs. Like, there's, 20 to 25 games left in the season, something like that. But, yeah, it's a good time to be surging, and if they keep playing like that in the playoffs, they're going to be pretty tough to beat in a 7-game series, Not discounting any teams that are above them, obviously. Like, you're going to have to get through those tough teams. But still, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch them playing so well. Who did I see last night? Who was in the Stadium series? I can't even remember. But I saw 21 Pilots do like their little halftime show, I guess you could call it, or intermission show. That was a lot of fun. I didn't realize 21 Pilots was two freaking guys. It's a drummer and a bass player. And the drummer plays keyboards sometimes. I'm assuming the bass player probably plays keyboards as well, and he sings. It was pretty cool. It was entertaining. They're an interesting group. You know, the last band I can think of that was well known that was only two pieces. Well, there's a couple. There's the White Stripes, and I almost called them the Red Stripes, like the Jamaican beer. The White Stripes, and then Local H. Back in the, I don't even know if Local H is still a band anymore, but it was a guitar player and a drummer. So that was pretty cool. That was interesting. I didn't know. I thought they were like a full band, but yeah, it's only two dudes. I'm sure, I mean, when they play live, they didn't have anybody yesterday on stage with them, but I'm sure when they play their normal concerts or whatever, I'm sure they have a full band. You know, they have other instruments. They have a guitar in there somewhere, you know. The drummer does play keyboard, but yeah, I mean, he's drumming most of the time. He can't play keyboard the entire time. But they just kind of did a montage of all their songs, which was, I knew a lot more 21 Pilot songs than I actually knew that I knew. So that was a lot of fun. The Stadium Series, I don't know. I'm just not excited about it anymore, even though that stadium was pretty packed. I can't even remember who it was. But in other news, Alexander Ovechkin only 11 away from breaking Gretzky's record, dude. How incredible is this human being? You know, he's got a choice to make, too. It's like, if you break the record this season, do you retire? Or do you do like the Emmitt Smith and you keep playing past breaking the record just to make the record that more untouchable? I think one more season out of Ovi, dude, Ovi could, like, goof off all next season and still make, like, a huge impact on that record. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't even have to take it serious. He wouldn't even have to have Stanley Cup champion in his mind, unless they lose it this season. If they lose Stanley Cup champion, that would be a cool note to go out on. But this season, he has the chance to do it all. He has the chance to break the record. The Washington Capitals are one of the top teams in the NHL. Dude, if he breaks the record and wins the cup, you have to retire, right? You couldn't get any better than that. Even next year, if you add more goals to the untouchable goals that you've to the NHL record, the chance of you winning the Stanley Cup again are probably not great. I would have to imagine. You would have to just go out on top. I'm the top goal scorer in the NHL, and also I just won the Stanley Cup for the second time in my career. I'm out. I'm retiring to Russia. See you guys later. Have fun. Dude, how epic would that be? That would be, what a ride off into the sunset that would be. And I can't wait to watch the montage of every single Ovechkin goal. Whoever's making that montage, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be amazing, dude. He scored one of the most incredible goals I've ever seen. He gets knocked down, and while falling, he takes the stick over his head and slides the puck past the goaltender. And you just have to watch it. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the most incredible goals you'll see. You'll see how stubborn this man is. He was not going to be denied from scoring that goal, and he did it. I mean, it's a highlight reel goal. It's like a top all-time NHL play to get the opponent's taking his body out. While he's flying through the air, he still has the mental capacity to keep his stick on the puck and slide it past the goalie who was out of position. He's an incredible player, man. He's an incredible player, and I'm happy. You know, Gretzky's thing, like, that happened, you know, a little before. I mean, I saw Gretzky a little bit. But yeah, that happened before I was really into hockey. Like, it was all about football. Obviously, I'm from Dallas. So it was all football before we got a team. Like, it was two things. It was the Mighty Ducks movies. I was like, dude, I love hockey. let's see. Yeah, Gretzky lasted till 1999. So I got to see a little bit of it, a little bit, but it wasn't all those years he was winning the cups for sure. But this Ovechkin, I've watched him since he's been in the league. And I've said this so many times before, I didn't think there was any hockey player in my lifetime that would ever come close to breaking Gretzky's record. And this man is on the verge of doing it. And this was after having a broken leg this season. This has to be like the fastest broken leg recovery in NHL history. This man is just determined to do it. And he's doing it. He's fucking, by NHL standards, he's an old man. And he's still just trucking along, dude. Every goal. Go follow on Twitter. Go follow the Ovechkin goal tracker. Every time Ovechkin scores a goal, they make a post and they say how many he has left. And he's at freaking 11, dude. With 20 to 25 games left, he could do it before the season's over. It's incredible. It's honestly just incredible. So, my last drink of the episode is to Alexander Ovechkin. And sort of on a side note to Jason Robertson, too, for my Dallas Stars, who has been on a fucking tear as of late. Him plus Hintz, Hintz being the assist man on these most recent goals for Robertson. Dude, those two together, forget about it, dude. They're tearing it up currently. So cheers to, first of all, Ovechkin. And cheers to Robertson, man. Great hockey going on right now. And by the way, if you love the Four Nations tournament and you thought that was gritty, you should definitely watch the NHL playoffs, dude. Every game feels like the Four Nations tournament. Every game. They're fighting for every blocked shot. They're fighting. Their hits are heavier. Skill is better. They're skating faster. You're going to see some incredible saves, dude. I can't hype this up enough. If you like the Four Nations tournament, please do yourself a favor and watch NHL playoff hockey this season, dude. Pick a team if you don't have one and roll with them, dude. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. So cheers, everybody. If you got them drinking, bottoms up. All right. That was it for me. As always, don't drink and drive. Treat yourself to an Uber. Treat yourself to a Lyft. Treat yourself to a DoorDash. I love you all. Be safe out there. I will talk to you next week. Bye!